I think the starter home mentality has been lost because you look at the starter homes they're making and they're $450,000. The ones they're building, Pulte in them, they're and they're not really starter homes.
But let's call it what it really is. If we're really being honest here, this road to nowhere narrative that people hear, they're like the affordability. I can't tell you how many people have a car payment that is sucking their net worth dry. Right? I'm not kidding you. I can't tell you how many people get DoorDash. I mean, like there's no food. Like
the money comes in, it goes straight out.
The people with a cell phone bill of $180 a month. Like I'm going down this thing from this standpoint. If we really want to fix this
savings rates are negative. They used to be positive in the United States. They're very negative.
But back to this point about first-time home buyers and affordability, that narrative wears me out because here's the whole thing. And I'll send you guys the graph of home prices increases. And I just did it at our sales meeting today. I did a whole presentation about this. Credit card debt just hit its highest level ever. Guess what also hit its highest level ever? Home equity. Guess what also hit its highest level ever? What nobody's also reminding themselves, paid off homes. This idea that people love to complain about the hypothetical versus accepting the reality. And here's what we all, like the three of us, have to agree to. Just get in the game. You can't, the 80s don't matter.
I'm going to clip up this section and send it to like 10 people.
Because you're going to have to. Because the first time home buyer is not going to listen this far along into the episode.
Exactly.
There's no shot.
There's no shot. But back to
you're all homeowners. Point. I know you are.
Back to this whole point though. Here's where I'm going. People hate to hear this. Your car's a waste of money. Sell it. Dude, now with these tariffs, you might get paid. Buy a piece of ish car. Sorry. A car with 100,000 miles still runs, turns on, gets you point A to point B. Hey, maybe you don't need whatever new iPhone it is. Maybe you don't even need cable. Maybe you just need your internet and no subscription services, right? Maybe you don't finance anything anymore. And you go old school back to where we started about like my grandfather or anybody else.
You start saving those Sprite
That's
cans.
all those millionaires were made.
Right. Well,
didn't finance
anything. But now
and they invested in Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. Now buying a home has never been easier because the narrative that first time home buyer crisis is such a farce of crap. Sorry, you can't buy your dream home in San Francisco.
I have a home right now in the market that most of my friends would not buy. I'm not trying to sell a home here, but
if Grand Ave is still on the market by time this episode comes out, there is a bigger
2-bed,
issue.
1-bath, better than most apartments in Indy. 2-bed, 1-bath, South Irvington. You can get it for 0% down, and your payment's going to be $900-ish.
So
we have a whole portfolio that you can.
Right, so let's go over this.
Tell me why.
Let's go over. So this is.
Oh, you want to live on Mass Ave?
This is a clippable moment right here. This is what it is. This is the truth. The average homeowner, the average first-time home buyer, has watched so much content that's a road to nowhere, why not to buy, or why these hypothetical people who sell courses online and don't actually own any of the real estate they claim they do, that's selling them, why you can get a home run deal, or the other extreme, why you can't buy a house.
Right.
And here's the truth.
Other narrative.
It's one or the other. And here's the truth. I just got a deal last week. Guess what I got this duplex for? $120. Is that a smoking hot deal?
Whoa.
Yeah. Right? Okay. But let's go the same.
I don't believe you.
Must be a piece of crap.
Oh no, it's winter. Okay, but where I'll go with this, if you're a first-time home buyer, and this is the clippable thing, and this will be good. If you're a first-time home buyer, you have to connect with your agent and then actually heed to their advice, which is making the call to get an application in. And that's if your credit is 0 or your credit's perfect. That's if you got $1 million in the bank or no million in the bank. Because us as a profession can guide you to the road to buying that first home. And then as we get that data on you, we can find the homes that meet your budget and criteria. And if you believe that home prices are going to go up, it doesn't matter. I have all the data that will show you what home prices have done for almost the last 50 years.
But John, the interest rates, they're so high.
Interest rates, right. And here's another thing. Back to these people that they forget, paying off debt or getting rid of it is a pay raise. So it's all about allocation of your after-tax dollars. And the uncomfortable conversation is this. You can't go out to eat and spend $700 a month being social. You can't spend your money on whatever gadget, Wizmo, hobby, clothing thing you want to.
We have to make sacrifices when you're young to lead the life of freedom you want.
Exactly. And that's the key.
Yeah.
Buy in.
Yeah, I just had a coaching session right before I came here, and I was talking about this idea of like, I love leading people, but leading people doesn't lead me to dollars. Here's the first quarter where I did that. And he was like, he pressed me on it. He said, I challenge you to not earn $1 the rest of this year and figure it out. You'll be fine. You'll be totally fine because you're leaps and bounds ahead of where you need to be. And I was like, So, I mean, my task tonight,
I don't know that.
my task tonight is to go see how long, I mean, in the way that he said it was, he was challenging me to see how long I could last because there's so much scarcity that comes in. Oh, the checking account looks low. Oh, the equity's high, but the checking account's low, right? You can't buy groceries with equity. And it's to your point. People are out spending $700 on DoorDash a month, right?
Or
if I had
anything,
your
yeah.
perspective, I'd be like,
Or interest or student loans.
So
and
I want
that's what it
to
is.
I want to share this, then we're going to go to our rapid fire ending questions. But Kevin Kelly he's like the world's most interesting man. Tim Ferriss episode with him was really good. I think it's once a year. Once a year, he lives off oatmeal and he sleeps on the floor in a sleeping bag on the hardwood floor. And he says, why does he do it? It's because like Seneca has this quote where like he's like, do the bare minimum, living in like the bare minimum conditions. It'll show you like I'm just fine. Like I have my mind, I have my passion, I have my skills.
No doubt.
And then you go back to your life of comfort. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. I have a bed. I have air conditioning, right? I can make better food than oatmeal, but it's a good exercise. I haven't been doing it, but I honestly need to because I get scared too. I haven't closed a deal this month. The whole world's burning. I got to go sell anything. It's like, no, I'm actually going to be fine.
Well, all of a sudden I'm listening to my freaking stapler on Craigslist.
And here's the whole thing. So think about this. So what you focus on grows, and this is back to this piece, and this is philosophical, but it's the ability to self-console. And back to being an absolute beast of a human being is that ability to self-console no matter what the environment is. The world's burning to the ground. Guess what? Good. Right? And there's so many books and things that talk about like physical challenges, but one of the hardest parts of the modern world is this mental health and being able to self-control when it's like back to like growing a company or buying a first home, all of it. The mental challenges that we face today because people all relish on their cell phones and don't actually be purposeful with connection and being raw is just that is the ultimate skill now is your ability to execute in the face of fear, of not knowing what to do, trying something new, bowling, doing whatever the hell it is, and really achieving. Because just like buying your first home is that, yeah, it is scary, but that's a nurtured skill, right? That's a learned skill to do things in the face when you might not be ready, the timing might not be right, nobody else is doing it, and that's how you win.
And it's really not that hard when you have trusted people behind you. I have a first-time home buyer. We were on showing number 6, offer number 2. He texted and was like, is the fall a better time to buy? Is it just busy right now? And I said, you're 24 hours from getting an offer accepted. I guarantee you. And he was like, what do you mean? We don't have anything out. We just got declined. I'm like, there'll be a house that comes online today. We're going to go see it. We're going to write an offer tonight and you're going to have it accepted. Yeah. Guess what happened? He's going through inspection today.
Exactly. And this is what I say about this, all this stuff is the deal of the decade comes once a week.